I'm here tonight to tell you that the best chance we have to give our babies a better life is to elect Donald Trump President of the United States.
Celebrities are people who have been known to push courses that they strongly believe in using their platforms. Over their careers, they gain huge numbers of followers who often align themselves with their views. So, when they tilt toward a direction, many, among their multitude of followers, are guaranteed to move along with them. With the 2024 election in the United States around the corner, we have identified some celebrities who will definitely be lending their voices and votes to Donald Trump. Though controversial, Donald Trump has managed to maintain the good faith of quite a number of people, and we will be looking at some very notable figures among them. Interested to find out more? Do stay with us and you will be shocked at who made it to number 1 on this list. Number 15, Kanye West. Kanye West has been quite an interesting figure both in the music industry and in political discussions in the United States. His takes have always been likely to generate controversies, leading to polarized support for his views. Believe it or not, Kanye once took a shot at the presidential seat. We first learned about Kanye's support for Trump back in 2018, when he made headlines for visiting Trump in the White House while wearing a heart that said, "Make America Great Again." During that meeting, he praised Trump for his leadership style and expressed support for his policies. West further made waves in 2020 when he declared his interest in running for president and asked Donald Trump to join him as his vice. As you would imagine, this drew some backlash from both Trump supporters and other interested parties. This turned out to be one of the many controversies that he would be caught in. West has been very outspoken about several social issues, which has drawn some backlash over the years. Following the Black Lives Matter movement, West was seen rocking a White Lives Matter t-shirt against it. He has also been attacked for saying that slavery was a choice. These are just a few of his many controversies, but he seems to remain strongly in support of Trump in the coming elections. Number 14, Roseanne Bar. Over the years, Roseanne Bar has captivated a whole lot of people as an American comedian, actress, and television producer. As an actor, many have given her credit for her part in the popular sitcom Roseanne, where her talents were on full display. Aside from all these, she has also captivated many with her political views. When Bar met Trump for the first time, she was so excited and has never stopped speaking in his favor ever since. She very much appreciates his hands-on approach to issues and acknowledges that over the more liberal point of view. From her career, it has been obvious that Bar has been an active voice, speaking for the everyday Americans, who are mostly the working-class people. She believes that Trump is the candidate with the interest of this demographic at heart. Outside these public scenarios, Bar seems to have a personal relationship with Trump. In 2018, news had it that a source at the White House confirmed that Trump had called her to congratulate her on the reboot of her popular sitcom, Roseanne, which portrayed his character in a good light. No doubt we will be seeing her cast her vote for Trump this year. Number 13, Sexy Red. The American rapper Sexy Red has recently expressed her support for Donald Trump in the coming elections, highlighting the popularity that his reforms have gained him among the black community. She specifically referred to the January 2021 justice reforms that saw the release of some blacks from prison. She admitted that Trump's initial racist and derogatory comments against women pushed some doubts about him, but his actions spoke something different. She also made reference to the effective way the stimulus package was distributed during the pandemic as a plus to Trump. She also highlighted that she admires his hands-on approach to issues and would likely be voting for him in the coming election. By the end of this video, you will find that she is not alone in these sentiments. Number 12, Jon Voight. Aside from being a really successful actor in Hollywood, Jon Voight has also been widely known for his unwavering support for Donald Trump, even in the face of controversies. His support hasn't been limited to Trump, but has spread to the Republican Party as a whole. John Voit has been known to use his platforms to speak in favor of the Republicans, especially Trump, who he has praised for his policies and leadership qualities. He sees Trump as one of the most impactful presidents in the history of the country. The interesting thing about John's support for Trump is that he has remained by his side, even in the face of controversies, often using his platforms to defend him. He was an active voice who spoke against Trump's impeachment plans and projected the idea that Trump was being unjustly attacked and widely misunderstood. He strongly believes that Trump is doing all he can to preserve the American values. John has also been active in calling out the failing of the Democrats and has been using his platforms to push for Trump's re-election, come November. He believes that he will fix the damage that has been done by the Democrats and strongly maintains this stand. Number 11. Amber Rose. This is one recent support that has shocked everyone. Since 2016, Amber Rose has been very outspoken about how much she detests Trump, which has mainly been instigated by the distasteful ways he referred to women. She sounded very displeased when the news broke that Trump had won the elections. However, she recently posted a photo with Trump, endorsing him for the 2024 presidential race. Many women felt disappointed that she would side with someone who had spoken so distastefully about women in the past, despite Amber championing many courses that seek to reaffirm the rights of women. Maybe soon we will learn the reason behind the sudden change of heart. Number 10. Kid Rock. As much as Kid Rock has been invested in his career as a musician, he has also been very vocal about his support for Donald Trump, and by extension, the whole conservative ideology. He has taken every chance he gets to speak about his political views, and has even used his music as a medium for speaking about his political views. During the presidential campaigns in 2016, he has been taking an active part as a strong supporter of Trump. He had openly endorsed Trump during one of his outings. In fact, you could find some pro-Trump merchandise at his concerts back then. He was strongly in support of Trump's unfiltered style and believed he was the best man for the job. If you remember, Kid was at the Trump rally at Michigan back in 2017, where he cleared any doubts on whose side he was on. Also in 2022, he released a song titled "We the People," which has been at the forefront of every political discussion lately. When you pay attention to the lyrics, you will find that he was bashing all those who were associated with the far-left movement. He called out people like President Joe Biden, Dr. Anthony Fauci, and mainstream media for the current ugly realities on ground in the United States. His support is definitely not going to lose steam this time. Number 9. Snoop Dogg. Snoop's view about Trump has really been interesting, as he hasn't always been on his side. One could say that he was one of Trump's greatest critics at the time he was president. Throughout the time that Trump spent in office, Snoop had been very vocal about the slips that Trump made at the time. At the height of it, in 2017, he had released a music video with a clown version of Trump as a way of protesting his approach to leadership. But recently, people have had differing views on how Snoop's takes about Trump have shifted drastically following the early release of Michael Harris in 2021. Michael Harris is a co-founder of Death Row Records and had been set to spend a very long time in prison, but Trump's intervention facilitated his release. Snoop was clearly taken by this, as he has recently started changing his views about Trump. In Snoop's case, he hasn't exactly come out as a full Trump supporter, but he sure isn't so willing to talk down on him any longer, as seen in a recent interview, where he appreciated Trump for the release of his friend. If things hold up like this for a little while, we believe that he would certainly be casting his vote for Trump come November. Number 8. Dennis Quaid. Dennis Quaid is a well-known face in Hollywood, and his support for Trump has been based on his personal convictions of his policies, rather than being outrightly linked to politics. He has agreed with how Trump has handled certain issues, especially the COVID-19 pandemic, lauding him for his proactive measures, such as the flight ban, which helped to limit the spread of the disease. He has also highlighted how the production of vaccines was sped up through Operation Warp Speed. Based clearly on how Trump has ticked most of his boxes with his conservative ideology, Dennis Quaid has expressed his support for Trump in the coming elections. This has generated differing views from some of his fans who do not agree with the actor and has contributed to shaping his public standing. However, there is still quite a significant number of people who are willing to side with him. In all this, Dennis Quaid has made every effort not to become fully political, highlighting his place as a public figure, who has quite a number of people with differing political views in his fan base. This goes to show the challenges of maintaining public trust as a public figure. Quaid's support for Trump on key issues like COVID-19, combined with his conservative leanings, strongly suggests that he would favor Trump as a candidate in the upcoming election. Number 7. Ted Nugent. Just last year, we saw an increased attention drawn to Ted's support of Trump's 2024 ambition, after he was seen performing at his rally in Texas. He has also been very outspoken about his support for a more conservative government. Ted's distaste of the Democrats stems from the series of policies that he has seen them make over the years. Particularly, he has been against the foreign policy that supports the continued aid to Ukraine. These are some of the things he hopes a Trump administration would put a stop to. This sentiment is currently gaining steam and might greatly influence the outcome of the next election. We keep our fingers crossed. Number 6. Tucker Carlson. You can't talk about celebrities who have gone all out for Trump without including Tucker Carlson, the former host of the Tucker Carlson Tonight Show on Fox News. He has been very outspoken in calling out all the parties involved in the 2020 election, in which he alleges foul play, which stole the election from Trump. He has also been popular for defending some of the policies that he made as president. However, fortune turned on Carlson in 2021, when Dominion Voting Systems filed a lawsuit that accused Fox of allowing Carlson to spread falsehood about the 2020 election. This came with a huge cost to the network, which the executives weren't really happy about. So, fast forward to 2023, Fox had to drop Carlson from the network, despite his amazing ratings on the channel. Over the years, Carlson has defended Trump against the host of allegations that have been leveled against him, and also criticized the Biden administration for their inefficiencies. He was also among the voices that spoke against the impeachment of Trump and truly believed in some of his policies. Despite the dismissal from Fox, he remains a strong supporter of Trump and will stand by him in the coming elections. Number 5. Scott Baio. As an actor, Scott Baio is popular for his roles in productions like the widely known television series Happy Days, where he was given the role of Chachi Arcola. With the success of the show, he got a second shot at the spin-off Joni Loves Chachi, and his performance was still as stellar. With his popularity, he started seeing more screen time, earning him another role in Charles in Charge, where he further showed his genius. Recently, he has started pulling attention to something else aside from acting. His political views started being well known in 2016, and it very much favors the conservative candidate Donald Trump. His political views earned him a place at the 2016 Republican National Convention, where he spoke in favor of Trump, establishing his support for him. After Trump lost the election in 2020, Scott's alliance didn't shift one bit. In fact, he was among the many voices that alleged foul play in the election and had faith that fortune would turn around for his candidate. As far as we know, we will be seeing him beside Trump once again, and we look forward to the turnout. Number 4. Brett Favre. We all know the former NFL quarterback Brett Favre. Well, he has been very vocal over the years about political matters, especially on how it relates to Trump and the conservative ideology. He declared his support for Trump back in 2020 and still stands by that decision. He believes that Trump is the one person who can bring back foundational American values, which he believes are being gradually lost under the Democrats. Both Brett Favre and Trump also share the view that politics should be separated from sports and other endeavors, which would correct the era of political correctness, even in matters that should ordinarily have no business with such. Brett Favre strongly believes that Trump is the right candidate to carry out this mission and has thrown his weight behind him. Though Brett Favre hasn't come out to make public statements about this year's election, his assertion that he believes in the candidate that would make America great, which aligns with Trump's slogan, has revealed that he would most likely be behind him in this election. Their past relationships also speak to this. Number 3, Jason Aldean. Jason Aldean has been a really successful country music star, and his music has also reflected his deep connections and belief in traditional American values. This is a direction that directly agrees with the conservative ideology, which starkly contrasts with the liberal viewpoints, which many believe have compromised the traditional American culture for years. Despite not being quite as outspoken as the other celebrities who have come out in support of Trump, he has been known to support some of the policies that he made during his time as president. This support always resonates with his fan base, most of whom have been found to favor conservative views. The America First agenda was one that resonated with him the most. Jason Aldean has been seen attending conservative events and being clear about his stance on liberalism, which he believes didn't carry the true American spirit. Also, the internet has seen some images of his wife and children wearing anti-Biden t-shirts, which clearly showed their political leaning. He has been encouraged by his fans, and he uses his music to drive home his ideology, which was evident in his song "Try That in a Small Town." Number 2, Christy Swanson. Christy Swanson has been made popular over the years for her part in movies like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and has earned her status as an influential public figure with a large amount of following. This has amplified her political views, which has stirred mixed feelings from her fan base. She has especially been outspoken in support of the former U.S. president. She has been seen on several occasions defending Trump against the host of criticisms that followed his stay in office. She has seen them as unfair and has been willing to push back, which has also influenced the way the public perceives her. In case you're wondering where she got the fire from, Swanson comes from a strong conservative background which played a huge role in shaping her political opinions. Growing up, she was taught the importance of traditional American values, which are at the core of the conservative movement. Swanson has really done quite a number in the defense of Trump. She has been very vocal on her social platforms, defending some of the policies that other people viewed as controversial, which has earned her a share in the backlash that followed these controversies. She also stood up to Hollywood when some advocated that the scene that Trump appeared in Home Alone be removed. She is clearly a powerful voice and is one of the celebrities we all are sure will be voting for Trump in the coming election. Number 1, Lil Pump. Lil Pump's endorsement of Trump has been controversial for a while, especially because of the reason behind the support. Before 2020, the rapper didn't have much to say on political matters, but the announcement by the Biden campaign team that they would increase taxes on the rich sparked his interest in politics. Since then, he has been a very vocal supporter of the Trump team and has even made appearances at rallies. Taking things a step further, he even has Trump's mugshot tattooed on his body. He has used all his platforms to campaign for Trump and is very much hopeful that he wins the election come November. Time to hear from you. Who is your favorite candidate in the election and why? Let's talk in the comments, and we will see you in the next one.